Welcome everyone. I hope you're having a great start to your week. My name is Garrett McLaughlin. In the exercise of the week video this week, let's cover what's called shoulder CARs. CARs stand for Controlled Articular Rotations. Plain and simple, how do I move that joint throughout its full range of motion? Not thinking about, I'm stretching here, I'm stretching there. We're rotating, we're flexing, we're extending, we're moving horizontally, we're working circumduction, we're moving that joint throughout its greatest range of motion possible to really work on just improving or maintaining integrity of the joint, right? How that ball and socket is moving together, right? So they can slide, that ball can slide, glide, and move properly in the socket, but also helping us really see what we have in terms of range of motion. A lot of times we don't know what we don't know until we actually test things. So doing shoulder CARs is a good basic self-assessment to say, okay, where am I restricted? If you know where you're restricted, that's where you can spend most of your time and attention addressing that range of motion. Now, why shoulders, right? We focus so much. I think I've done hip CARs, knee CARs, ankle CARs. I've done most things lower extremities so far, but from a postural standpoint, right, shoulders matter. We need to make sure we have good position, good range of motion and mobility at the shoulders just for everyday tasks, right? Arm swing as well, right? We don't need a whole lot of range of motion here, but I try to make sure we're not neglecting things, right? We're humans first, as well as we are endurance athletes, runners, and other things. So making sure we can function at our best to take things out of the cabinet, to play with our kids, to do different things that require full range of motion. So shoulder CARs, we're going to run through this. We want to create tension within the system first or radiate. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to trap. You can see I'm expanding and trapping air in that lower abdominal area. I'm going to clench my left hand. I'm clenching my glutes. I'm rooting myself into the ground and creating tension throughout the body. And then from here with my right hand, I'm going to fully externally rotate, try to turn that thumb as far as I can out to the side. I'm going to come across the body without letting my whole body move, right? Keep myself locked in, facing forward. Come across, try to get that palm facing backwards behind. Internally rotate the shoulder as far as possible and back in extension. And then I'm going to come down by my side. Then from there, keeping that full internal rotation, really trying to twist. I'm going to extend. I'm going to externally rotate as that arm comes all the way up overhead, and then I'm going to come across and down. You can see that's not a simple task. If I'm creating good tension throughout the system, this is something you really have to work for if you're trying to push your range of motion on that side. I'm not just comfortably going around, okay, that's easy. I am taking it one step at a time, really being mindful of, can I push that joint into its full range of motion? At all times, we don't want to create pain with this. So we don't want what's called closing angle joint pain. So if I am coming up and across, I'm thinking, man, my front of my shoulder's pinching a little bit. We want to stay away from that. If I get back into extension, like the back of my shoulder's pinching a little bit, we want to stay away from that. We don't want any pain or pinching in the direction we're moving in. We want it on the opposite side of the tissue. That means we're getting more of a muscular lengthening, right, stretching type sensation, rather than pushing and really cramming our joints together. So just to show that again in slow motion, without me talking. Okay, a couple things you want to look for. As we lift the arm overhead, there's a tendency also for the spine to extend. Can we engage, create tension throughout the core, stabilize this region so we don't have any type of compensation there at the lower back? Other thing is rotation, right? As I come across the body, if I don't have much range of motion here, I'm going to try to create a false sense of range of motion at the shoulder. It looks like my hand's further across, but my position, my shoulder didn't change, my spine changed, right? I rotated to cheat there a little bit. Head and neck, trying to keep that neutral alignment as I come forward. As you come to the top, it's common to start to shrug the shoulders, start to tilt the head, or cheat in some way. Keep this in a good aligned position. And then from there, just trying not to lean forward, right? As I come through and I get back into extension, this looks better, right? It looks higher. In this, nothing changes the shoulder, I'm just changing my position. So you need to be mindful of the body as a whole. We're stabilizing everything else besides the one joint we're controlling, so we want to move through that full range of motion. Just to show you one repetition both ways from the side, because it can be a little bit more complex for people to learn this one. I really try to walk people through slowly. Tension, create some tension in the abdominal area, hand making a fist, glutes, everything. I'm rooting into the ground here. I'm going to externally rotate. Okay. So that is shoulder cars. Usually on something like this, slow, mindful, doing it as a daily routine to work on when you wake up in the morning. How do you open up and get ready for the day? You can do it as a dynamic warm before activity, after activity. It doesn't matter. You're simply just moving your shoulder joint throughout its full range of motion, teaching yourself how to express that joint's full capability, work on getting that ball to really move nicely within the socket, and being a little bit more strong and controlled throughout the end range of motion where we typically don't explore as much. So that is shoulder cars for the exercise of the week this week. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please drop them below. Let's chat about it, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you.